applying this technology and advancing it further for some of the most challenging and pressing issues of our time, whether it's digital biology or healthcare, is some of our best futures. I can't imagine what we're going to be like in 10 years, frankly.
Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang recently made bold statements on the disruptive power of AI on the near future. And according to Nvidia's top AI exec, that reality is much closer than you might think. In fact, the future wave of AI isn't just about smarter software or devices. It's about robots that will live and work among us. So, through the eyes of Nvidia's VP of Omniverse and Simulation Technology, let's take a look at this vision and what it could mean for our world. So, what will these AI-powered robots actually do for us? How will they reshape our daily routines, our jobs, and maybe even our homes? And just how soon could we be living alongside them? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into a future that's unfolding faster than we ever imagined.
You were quoted as saying that artificial intelligence is more dangerous than nuclear weapons.
I said potentially.
Well, it goes on. It goes on. And
it does go on.
You say that it's like summoning the demon.
Could be.
How do you rationalize that conflict between artificial intelligence, of course, deep learning that obviously is going to be very important to self-driving cars? How do you think through that?
Well, I don't think we have to worry about autonomous cars, because that's sort of like a narrow form of AI. And it's not something that I think is very difficult, actually. I think to do autonomous driving to a degree that's much safer than a person is much easier than people think.
Yeah, right.
The invention of the internet was, without a doubt, one of the most transformative shifts of its century. It took us from paper-based systems to computer-driven ones, and today, almost everyone has a smartphone or computer in their pocket or home. You're probably watching this on one of those devices right now, right? Before the internet was mainstream, it felt like a far-off future. Now it's hard to imagine life without it. But here's the kicker. That far-off future is about to feel outdated thanks to AI. According to Nvidia's VP of Omniverse and Simulation Technology, Rev Lebaredian, the next big transformation won't just be more digital screens or smarter devices. It'll be actual AI-powered robots walking right beside us. Speaking at the 2024 World Congress on Innovation and Technology in Armenia, Lebaredian shared a bold prediction. AI robots will soon be affordable enough to work in our offices, help in our homes, and even provide company. And he's not alone in this vision. Elon Musk, another tech powerhouse, recently unveiled his own AI-powered robot taxis. So if it feels like a sci-fi scene is about to play out, well, it's already happening. This shift will go way beyond smart devices. It's not about tapping on screens or scrolling through apps. Lebaredian emphasizes that to truly transform our world, AI has to come in a form we relate to. They have to be humanoid or humanoid-like, he explained. So let's get ready to unpack just what that means for us and what's on the horizon. In his talk, Lebaredian explained why humanoid design is essential for bringing robots into our everyday world. Just like the internet became accessible through devices like smartphones and computers, he believes AI will be more impactful when we interact with it through human-like robots. Imagine, instead of typing commands on a screen, simply asking a robot to handle a task and watching it get done. That's the future he envisions. This idea stems from a simple truth. Our world is built for human movement and reach. Think about it. Our factories, hospitals, warehouses, offices, every space is designed around human ability. Instead of redesigning these places to accommodate machines, Lebaredian believes we should be designing AI-powered robots to fit seamlessly into these environments. A robot that's shaped and moves like us can navigate and work in these spaces naturally, taking on tasks without needing any big changes in setup. Now, while specialized robots like robotic arms or wheeled bots will always have their specific roles, humanoid robots have an added advantage. They can perform a variety of tasks across different settings. Sure, some robots might not need legs to move around a single-story warehouse and may get by with wheels. But for more complex spaces or human-centered tasks, human-like movement makes all the difference. Imagine a robot stocking shelves in a grocery store, moving through aisles just as an employee would, or organizing items in a warehouse. So here's a thought. Could humanoid robots truly change how we work and interact with technology? What do you think? Do robots need to look like us to be effective? Or is function all that matters? Let us know in the comments.
Well, everybody wants you to think that it's a huge problem, it's super expensive. It's not. It's not. And let me tell you why. It costs our company about $5-6 billion of engineering cost to design a chip. And then at one point, 2 years, 3 years later, I hit enter and I send an email to TSMC. And I FTP basically a large file to TSMC. And they fab it, and that process cost our company something along the lines of $500 million. So $5.5 billion, I get a chip. And that chip, of course, is valuable to us. But it's no big deal. I do it all the time. And so if somebody were to say, hey, Jensen, you need to build a $1 billion data center, and once you plug it in, money will start squirting out the other side, I'll do it in a heartbeat. And apparently, a lot of people do. And the reason for that is because who doesn't want to build a factory for generating intelligence? Now, so $1 billion is not that much money, frankly. The world spends about $250 billion a year in infrastructure, computing infrastructure, and none of it's generating money. It's just storing our files, passing our email around, and that's already $250 billion. And so one of the reasons why we're growing so fast is because after 60 years, general purpose computing is on a decline because it's not sensible to invest another $250 billion to build another general purpose computing data center. It's too brute force in energy. It's too slow in computation. And so now accelerated computing is here. That $250 billion goes to build accelerated computing data centers. And we're very, very happy to support customers to do that. And in addition to that accelerated computing, you now have an infrastructure for generative AI for all of the things that we're just talking about.
Moving on to combining robotics with artificial intelligence, this is where things get even more exciting. Technological advancements have made humanoid robots a real possibility today. But adding AI to the mix is what will push their usefulness to the next level. Right now, most AI-powered robots, like Tesla's Optimus, Boston Dynamics' Atlas, Ameca, Sophia, Figure 01, and 1X's Neo, are still prototypes. These companies are working around the clock to make them advanced enough to integrate into our everyday lives. But here's the challenge. Creating robots that can balance, walk, and navigate safely in human spaces is no small feat. As Lebaradian put it, it's only recently, because of these advances in AI and computing, that we actually see a line of sight to solving all of them. The real game changer here is an AI-powered brain, which Lebaradian calls the missing ingredient for creating a useful general-purpose robot. This brain allows the robot to learn from experiences and simulations, adapt to its environment, and make real-time decisions. For instance, through Nvidia's Omniverse platform, robots are trained in lifelike digital simulations. Imagine testing a robot's ability to sort packages or help customers in a store, but all in a virtual world before it steps into the real one. These simulations help robots learn quickly and safely, preparing them for real-world tasks in record time. Of course, developing these robots is incredibly expensive. In fact, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, estimates a whopping $7 trillion will be needed to make AI as common as the internet. But here's the catch. Just as we saw with smartphones, the cost of these humanoid robots is expected to drop rapidly, meaning they could soon become accessible and widely available. Lebaradian even believes that robots will one day be as common as cell phones, becoming cheaper and more integrated into our daily routines within years, not decades. Now picture this future. Could robots really become that essential? How would having an affordable AI-powered assistant change your day-to-day life? Let us know your thoughts in the comments as we move into the next section.